I'll just tell you.
Where the tacos at? What's going on? This is Ben from Real Ones. We're here with
Matt Muse.
Matt Muse. I first heard your music. It was a feature for Rich Jones, Locals Only.
Oh yeah.
Tell me about that
One
track.
of my favorite verses. What's funny is it used to be called 12s, actually. The first name of it was 12s, and then I said something like fuck the police in there, and he was like, damn, I can't call the song 12s because fuck 12.
Yes,
so he changed it to Locals Only. But that's literally, that is one of my favorite verses I've ever written in my life.
So many like great Chicago MCs on there too.
And he put me first, which I was like, shit, it was an honor. It was
you came out swinging.
Thank you.
Definitely,
Thank you.
definitely.
That's one of my favorite verses.
So do you really tax them extra, you know, if they're white or?
Bill collector, if they white, then I tax some extra reparations. I used to.
we can cut that out. It's up to you.
But the answer to your question is, of course I would. Yes.
Come on, reparations.
Yeah,
this is how we gotta do.
You get it, Ben. Let's go. Ben's
I'll pay extra.
Ben's a real one.
I don't have any acres, unfortunately.
Come on, Ben's a real one. Maybe a mule. You got a mule?
Maybe a donkey.
We'll take it. That's cool.
Is there anything you want to say to the people in the green room right now?
Thank you, Joseph Chilliams. Make some noise for Joseph Chilliams. Make some noise for Jay Bambi. Make some noise for DJ Cash Era. Make some noise for Naira hosting. And last but obviously not least, thank you so much to Raven Lene for holding us down. You know what I'm saying? And thank y'all for supporting us. Y'all making it possible, so thank you.
What was the most challenging part about putting this together?
What was the most challenging? Ooh, shit. Booking is actually not that easy. And like, it's not like it was like difficult in the sense of like someone was difficult. I think like putting together a bill and then like making sure you reach out to people in time because folks have shows. I feel like that's the most challenging thing. Like, how do you make sure you get in tune with an artist before their tour schedule is set and stuff like that? And I think, you know, we're super grateful that we got Raven. Raven was actually our first choice this year. And I'm so glad that when we reached out, it worked out. That made it easier, but I still think like when you're handling all of that, like I do a lot of this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like with the show, like it's a lot of me trying to prepare for a set while also trying to make sure everybody's good and then like delegating tasks to your team.
You know, that's why I don't perform, you know, it's just too much.
It's a whole thing, G, it's a whole thing.
My stand-up half hour will have to wait. No.
But I think having to prepare so early in advance is like the most difficult part, but I'm glad we made it work.
When did you start working on this?
We had a meeting with Lululemon in January of 2023.
Take notes. If you want sponsors, take notes.
They sponsored last year's and I was like, top of the year, y'all trying to have another meeting? Yeah, and that was the first meeting, so I would say from January.
How'd you feel about your performance and coming out for that Joseph Chilliams song as well?
I felt great about my performance. The crowd, did y'all see the crowd?
Yes, yeah. Then like from 7 on, really too.
From start to from the dancer, even when the dancers was like, I love when a crowd is engaged, and I think that the purpose of this show is to make people feel together under the name of like Love and Nappyness, and I felt a lot of togetherness with the audience, so I felt really good about my set. I love when Leave Here does what it did tonight. You know, Leave Here that song is super important to me. I wrote that at a space where I was feeling like, yo, like, do y'all not see me? You know what I'm saying? And so like to feel seen tonight by everybody who was singing it was really beautiful. And then as far as Joseph, it's the first time we've ever done myself. The song is 4 years old, and it's our first time ever doing it. I looked at
that. I was like, 2019. Wow.
Yeah, and so I didn't even know we was gonna do it. We just set this up Friday, like 2 days before. I was like, hey, you trying to do it? He was like, yeah, and so we did it. And so I'm elated. I'm talking about like, it's been joy all night. I didn't really feel stressed this year. Like as soon as I got in my outfit, I was like, we outside.
That's good. It's
all
like,
winter. You know what I'm saying?
Outside all winter. Hey, shout out.
Yeah.
But it's like things will always, you know, might not go as planned day of. But
they'll
like,
lock in when
if you've done everything you could to make the day of as easy as possible. I feel like that's what helps me the most.
Yeah, proper preparation for sure.
Proper preparation. You know? So there was this EP of yours that came out this year, and also the very serious gallery. You know,
the
listening event. You know, that was something a little smaller scale, of course, than this big grandiose Talia Hall, right? So what was that like, getting to see supporters, you know, right there in front of you, basically?
That's the first listening party I've thrown since like 2019, and that's post-pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Like to feel like people will still pull up. Like we had like plus 200 RSVPs for a like 100-person space. You know what I'm saying?
It's not that big in there.
Yeah, it's not that big. It was very hot. I'll tell you that. But it was a thing I needed. I needed that energy. I needed that boost. We went back and forth about whether or not we were going to do a listening party, and I'm so grateful we did. It was great energy in the room. They loved the project. That was one of the best decisions I've made this entire year, was to do that. We got some good pictures, we had some good video, we had chicken. It was great. It was really dope.
Love that. Love it.
Yeah.
What more could you ask for?
Yeah, it was great, bro. Yeah.
So, Matt Muse, who is your muse right now?
Sheesh. That's a great question.
No one ever asked you that?
Yeah, but it's been years.
Okay, all right, I'll take it.
I want to tell you the truth. I'm trying to think of what my most played song was this year. It was a Future song. Can I say an answer that's probably whack, but it's really real?
Yes.
I'm really on some me shit, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to say I'm inspired by myself, but I'm listening to myself. And I think that's my muse right now, is like trusting my voice and trusting my approach and trusting what I'm capable of. I think like things like tonight are so affirming that I'm capable and I'm able, regardless of what things I might think tell me otherwise, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of anything I struggle with is internal. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? And so to be in a place where any negative internal voice is not louder than the big up that I have or the I'm him vibes, you know what I'm saying? Like that's it. And I think the muse is the idea of trusting self and leaning on your talent and your abilities versus like I'm inspiring me. It's more so like I'm listening to me. I'm good enough, I'm worthy, I'm talented enough, I'm focused enough. That's where my head is at. And I think that's my muse right now. That energy right there. Yeah.
I think we have a lot alike in that sense. Like, I think it's the voice of self-doubt is something that's definitely, been a common theme in life, and it's like you can achieve so much, but it's like, where are you focusing your attention, on the good things or on like, oh, what could have gone better? Like, so I'm, it's nice to see that that's like progressing in the right direction for you.
And what's funny too is, so my most played song is a song called I'm That Nigga by Future. That also aligns with that. Like, I'm That Nigga has been my affirmation all year. Like, when I'm feeling down, I play that song. Like, Future, cool, he's that nigga, but like hearing that song makes me, I look in the mirror and I'm like, I'm that nigga, you know what I'm saying? So that's the muse, So everything's aligned,
yes.
My bad.
Nah, you're good. Fantastic. So, taking it back a little bit, do you remember the first song you ever put out?
Shit.
And does it still exist somewhere?
I did a freestyle to 6'7" by Lil Wayne. That was the first song I think I put out. And I recorded it on a gaming headset. I put foil over the mic for the pop filter.
Yes.
And it sounds awful. And it's on DatPiff. I know DatPiff is like archiving.
They are, They're
it's on DatPiff. I shouldn't have told them.
I think the real Matt Muse fans, may have some investigating to do.
The first song I ever released, like on the internets. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So from then to now, what's changed? What's stayed the same?
I have always believed in myself. My confidence is pretty much exactly where it's been at my whole life. What's changed? I'm a significantly better rapper, and so I didn't start rapping until I was 18. I was producing first, making beats throughout high school. And so I think over this time, like, I've become so much better at the technical stuff, aspects of rapping. With the 6'7" freestyle, I was a huge Lil Wayne fan, and so like, it's hella punchlines in there, you know what I'm saying, that were probably cool at the time, but definitely wouldn't work in 2023.
You're just finding more your own voice now.
Right. And so I think like
everyone likes to imitate it first.
Yeah, and it's not just about punchlines. Like I found flow. Finding flow, I think, was the biggest like leap of my rap career. Like once I found flow, I felt like I could do anything because I had lyrics the whole time.
You can write the hardest bars ever, but like
but if the flow not there, melody. All flow is rap melody. You know what I'm saying? So I think I found flow, and I'm at the point where I don't think I'm capable of writing a bad verse, and so I think I've just really grown as a rapper, and as the technical aspects of rapping. Yeah.
I've kind of noticed this with folks like you, folks like Femdot, Asar.
My boy.
Very confident in their abilities, very like aware, that they are good at what they do.
Yeah.
And do you think that that's something that kind of is produced by the environment of growing up in Chicago at all, or needing to feel like you got to stand on what you're good at, or that might just be a coincidence? I don't know.
Yeah, like I think it's the music that I listen to. These people, they believe in themselves like a motherfucker. So I was like, that was my map to rap. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, hell yeah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell me some shit I'm saying is bad. What really matters is, do I like the bar and do I like the song? And then I've had enough experiences where I've said some shit and the person has been like, and I'll keep it real. When a person tell you a song of theirs like impacts them or changes their life, that's when okay, I'm on the right path. You know what I'm saying? Or when you say a punchline and you see a person's brain explode, you know what I'm saying? Like, or a person don't get it the first time, then they text you like, yo, that, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so I think there's affirmation from outward, but also like, I think the music I grew up on influenced that a lot. That, you know, Chicago, of course, makes it like a thing where you gotta be, but like, I kind of even knew before I was rapping in Chicago, you know what I'm saying? I've always had, like I said, I've always had that confidence. And so I think it was more so like the artist who I was raised on. And my parents also like, my parents love music. They're both musicians in their own sense. And so like, being raised by musical people like also made me feel like music is what I'm supposed to be doing, so I know I'm on the right path.
That actually, you know, says a lot.
Yeah, no, 100. I was raised by two amazing people, yeah, for sure.
So, you know, you brought out Tonight today.
Yeah.
You know, you've worked with like a wide variety of artists around the city, but who are some that people are not paying enough attention to right now?
Yeah, I mean, my brother came out today, Still Messy. My brother is...
Shouts out Still. I met him at YCA, actually.
Word, let's go. Yeah, my brother is one of the most talented artists that I know. And I think that he's not appreciated enough at all. And I hope that things like this and him just being outside more get people to realize the amount of talent he has. My boy Ron Parks is also extremely talented. A musical connoisseur, you know what I'm saying? People look up Ron Parks. He just put out an EP, very hard. I know people love Tonight, but I'm gonna say it. Tonight is a unicorn, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And then, honestly, G, can I tell a story? Imani Brown Bay sings on Let It Out. All them vocals you hear on Let It Out was a one take. She is so good at singing, and I'm trying to make her realize that singing is the path that she should be on.
Yeah.
Look up Imani Brown Bay, eBay, whatever, not eBay like Bay like Yasin Bay. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Cold blooded. And then OG Steve-O, my boy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's my list. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Everybody, my whole Love and Nappyness team.
Yeah.
The realest ones. Like, this doesn't happen without the help and their support. I'm so thankful for them. I'm thankful for Francis. I'm thankful for Christian for holding down the floor, and all the other volunteers. Marlene, the other Marlene. We got two Marlenes. Nakia, Diana, Tuck.
Hell yeah.
All the new volunteers that came today. Nate, Kitty. I hope I'm not forgetting nobody. Tonight volunteered today, you know what I'm saying? This does not happen the way it happens without our team. And thank you to all the performers too. The real ones is my team, and then the people who held it down tonight. Real ones is such a great name.
Takes a lot.
Real
It takes
ones.
a village. It always does.
I need to shout out Naira. Naira is my right hand, my co-director of Love and Nappyness, and I shout out the whole team, but this show doesn't happen without Naira. So I'm gonna tell y'all really quickly, I had the idea for this show in summer of 2020. Like, we did it with just me the first year.
Yeah.
The idea to make it a ticketed show at a big venue happened in 2021. I called Naira like, I have this idea, should we do this? And I was like, I don't think we can do it though. She was like, nigga, what? Of course we can do this shit. And I guarantee you, I would not have done the second Long Hair Don't Care show at the Metro, the first one at a venue, without Naira's affirmation and like belief in the idea. And we raised like $20K to throw it that year, you know what I'm saying? In 4 months, $20K in 4 months. Not donations, sponsorships, you know what I'm saying?
That's a real one.
Which is insane that happened. And so shout out Naira, a real one. Come give me a hug, hurry up. Yeah, a real one. Look at the camera so they can see your face and your two gang.
Am I real?
Anything you want to say at all about the event, you know, or not?
Stream so far so decent.
Oh!
And also, if you are not here, you are bald headed. And if you are intentionally bald headed, then your booty stank. Thank you.
Oh my God. We outside.
Anything else you'd like to add?
I'm Matt Muse. Follow me on the socials at MattMuse12. So Far So Decent is my new EP. Please go stream that. And follow Love and Nappyness on Instagram. We do this event every year. It's a benefit show. And tonight was an amazing night. And I'm so grateful for everybody who pulled up. And just, you know what I'm saying? Listen to artists. Like, don't just like their pictures. Don't just like be there for the cool shit. Stream the music, you know what I'm saying? The more y'all listen, the more we're able to make money and like keep doing what we're doing. So please listen to the songs. I guarantee you, it's an artist in the city that make a song just as good as your favorite artist. Like, stop that lame ass, like, I only listen to popular motherfuckers. That shit lame as hell. If you only listen to niggas on the radio or people who on like the top, whatever on Billboard, that's lame. It's so many artists out here these days. Listen to everybody. I make good ass music, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And so much of my friends do too. Listen to more people who are underground and on the come up and help us get there by playing our music. That's my shit. Yeah.
Woo! Matt, thank you so much, man.
Man. You're a real one.
Hey, what can I say?
For sure. Hey.